8 of the biggest franchise breakout stars in 2023 are 90 Day Fiancé. Over the past year, the extended 90 Day Fiancé series has seen a number of controversial new cast members gain favor. OVARVIU Debbie Aguero was praised at first, but her outspoken views caused her to lose popularity. Season 4 of 90 Day, The Single Life will include her. After divorcing Chris Foster, Jamie Nogueira was a star, receiving a resounding amount of support from viewers. She might make a comeback for more material. During her tumultuous divorce, Chantal Everett garnered sympathy from the audience. She will now search for love on Season 4 of 90 Day, The Single Life. In 2023, the 90 Day Fiancé franchise released a ton of new content, but the heroes were few and far between. However, because of their endearing characteristics, several cast members of the 90 Day Fiancé franchise were able to make an impression. Meanwhile, the flurry of new, chaotic reality TV shows that have aired in the last year have made a few 90 Day Fiancé franchise couples popular among fans of the genre. In 2023, fans of the 90 Day Fiancé expanded franchise had a ton of new tales and storylines to catch up on. For Seasons 5 of The Family Chantel and the upcoming 90 Day, The Last Resort, familiar faces made a comeback. New seasons of 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way and 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 Days both debuted in the meantime. Many of the new standouts had people cheering for them, despite the fact that most of the cast members really acted theatrical. Buzz was made by Debbie Aguero when Debbie Aguero debuted on Season 4 of 90 Day Fiancé. The Other Way, she received a lot of positive feedback right away. When the older woman pursued a relationship with Osama, a native of Morocco, she brought much-needed humor into the dramatic season. Debbie eventually realized her value and dumped the man who was obviously manipulating her and was decades younger. But because of her outspoken opinions at the tell-all, she later lost some of her appeal. She nonetheless succeeded in 2023 as a breakout star in spite of everything. The next time Debbie will appear is in Season 4 of 90 Day, The Single Life. Jamie Nogueira was exceptional. The other star of Season 4 of 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way, was Jamie Nogueira. Jamie was able to hold on to a lot of Debbie's backing in contrast. Because to her obsessive lying, her wife, controversial American Chris Foster, was the season's antagonist. Jamie, on the other hand, struck me as a good-hearted individual who was sincerely seeking love. When the two women broke up, Jamie received a resounding amount of support from the audience. She hasn't yet been included in any additional franchise material, though. In addition, there's a risk that a Jamie who isn't dating will eventually come back for something. Debut of Chantal Everett, a single. The Jimeno and Everett family's story came to an end in Season 5 of Family Chantal. Additionally, it made it possible for Chantal Everett, a single woman, to come out of her Pedro Jimeno divorce. Viewers' opinions of Chantal have changed over time as a result of her dramatic and intrusive family. Nonetheless, during her tumultuous divorce, she had a large following of supporters. Viewers now support Chantal as she moves on from Pedro and finds love. Chantal, who defended herself in Season 5 of The Family Chantal, is going to search for love in Season 4 of 90 Day, The Single Life. Kirsten Showmaker acquired assistance. Newcomer to 90 Day Fiancé. The Other Way for Season 5, most fans were rooting for Kirsten Showmaker over her former partner Julio Moya. Due to Julio's video chat breakup with Kirsten, they were only together for the first half of the season. But even in the face of his harshness, she remained elegant and polite. On the other hand, Julio made every effort to damage her reputation at the tell-all. In contrast to her ex, Kirsten struck me as rational, kind, sensible, and grounded. Furthermore, she proved to be maybe the most typical cast member of the season. Cleo Corain acquired apologies. 90 Day Fiancé. Prior to the 90 Day Season 6, fan favorite Cleo Corain garnered empathy and support from her fellow American, Christian Allgood, toward the conclusion of her season. Christian stirred some controversy with his constant flirting and reluctance to date transgender women. Despite warning signs, transgender woman Cleo came across as a kind person who wanted the best for her relationship. As a result, when news broke that the couple had broken up, many people were relieved. Unfortunately, just as it seemed like they were getting back on track, Cleo pulled Christian back. Sophie Sierra is getting notoriety. Even though Rob Warren, Sophie Sierra's partner in 90 Day Fiancé Season 10, is undoubtedly the season villain, Sophie Sierra is currently making an impression. To put it mildly, Rob and Sophie's relationship is a shambles because Rob has cheated on her numerous times. During their seasons, Sophie, who is almost 10 years younger than the American, comes across as compassionate and grounded. She makes fair requests, like using the restroom indoors, and does her best to communicate her feelings. Because of her fame, the British bombshell is currently gaining a sizable online following. Isabel Posada and Gabe Paboga won hearts. Gabe Paboga and Isabel Posada, the newcomers to 90 Day Fiancé, the other way for Season 4, were two of the two new series couples that truly won over audiences in 2023. After overcoming Gabe's disclosure of his transgender identity to Isabel's family and his own family strife with his sister, Gabe and Isabel made their true love known to one another. Gabe and Isabel showed true affection for one another and created a lovely blended family. They also encouraged and accepted one another for who they truly were. Sheila Mangabat and David Dangerfield attracted crowds. Lastly, the 90 Day Fiancé franchise's biggest highlights in 2023 has to be 90 Day Fiancé. Before David Dangerfield and Sheila Mangabat, the pair from 90 Day Season 6. As a deaf guy who battled to find love in a hearing world, David and Sheila's story wasn't an easy one. Sheila lost her mother while filming, and her accent was awful. Nevertheless, David and Sheila supported one another through their difficulties and sadness. One of the most sincere couples in the history of the business is David and Sheila. There are undoubtedly a lot of people watching them and hoping for a quick visa acceptance.